Hey, good morning, my friends. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Hey, things still looking like summer in the backdrop here, but that is going to change very quickly. I'm going to show that to you, so let's get to it. We're going to talk about rain, heavy rain, and the flood potential. We're going to talk about much colder temperatures, and you know what we got to talk about then. We got to mention the S word. Yes, we do. Unfortunately for some of you, some of us, I don't know if I'm ready either, but you know, I'm a meteorologist, so I know that we take what Mother Nature gives us. Here's the current radar. Southeastern third of the state, the rain is holding off, and you might have a few bonus hours of dry weather if you didn't get your lawn mowed in Flint or the Thumb or Detroit area. You might be able to get it done before this rain comes in. If you didn't get all the corn harvested, you might be able to get it in. Hey, David Rose, how you doing? Now, up to the north, already an inch of rain being reported in the Frankfurt area and into Leelanau County and other parts. And then obviously you can see more rain down to the south. I'm having a tough time this morning because, well, we got a big weather change coming. All right, here is the radar forecast. Let's go to 10 o'clock this morning. The rain's starting to come lightly into the southeast, and that's why I say you get a few bonus extra 6 hours maybe of dry weather in the southeast. Not so on the northwest half of lower Michigan. The soaking continues. I'll show you some of the totals there. Could have up to 4 to 5 inches of rain in places in northern and western Michigan. That's why a flood warning, flood watch is in effect. Now we're into 3 o'clock this afternoon, and the heavier rain that's down to the south should start to move on into the area. Good morning, Carrie Green Cassidy. Good morning to Grand Rapids and Parma. Okay, and we go through the evening hours, and you can see, notice how the heavy rain just continues to circulate through the central, northern part of lower Michigan. And as we get into the late evening hours, midnight, the main storm center is rotated up here, and now it's the west-northwest flow and colder temperatures. Good morning, Tom from Kalamazoo. Brandy, Jackson area, you are soaked. You will be soaked probably, it's going to get in there soon if it hasn't already in Jackson. Here's the total rainfall forecast for the next 18 hours, taking us up to midnight, and there you see it, okay? Detroit, the Thumb, we'll call it 7/10 to an inch. You get to Saginaw, excuse me, Saginaw, we'll call it a 1 to 2 inch rain. Lansing, 1 to 2 inch rain, and then you get westward and it gets quite heavy. Grand Rapids, over 2 inches, and then here is where a 2 to 3 inch area of rain, widespread. Northern half, northwest half of lower Michigan. And you get up to the UP, tapers off pretty quickly, at least for tonight. And all totaled, this is the area that could wind up with 4 to 5 inches. Traverse City, yeah, you are going to be in on the rainfall too. Although it's kind of interesting, I think you've already had some rain, and it looks like you have about 1 to 2 inches, 1.5 to 2.5 inches more to come. And this is a total rainfall over the course of the next 3 days. Today, Tuesday, Wednesday. Kalamazoo, it's wet already, and you can see that at my house, east of Saginaw, hasn't even started to rain yet. So the farmers in the Thumb need it. They need to get everything finished, and getting about a bonus 6 to 12 hours. I thought maybe it'd be raining by midnight already last night, but the dry air holding it off. Here's where the flood watch is in effect. Basically Lansing, Kalamazoo, Battle Creek, Grand Rapids, up in the center part of the state, Mount Pleasant, Cadillac, Manistee, Houghton Lake, Traverse City, Leelanau County, up to the Mackinac Bridge and also into the northeast corner of the state. Now, let's talk about the weather pattern change that is underway, and I have to tell you something. If you liked the warm weather we had, it is done. It looks like a pattern change. It looks like it's fairly permanent, and it looks like it's going to feel more like toward winter in about a week than it will feel like what we have felt like summer. And when we talk winter, you know what we have to talk about. Okay, so this is the American model showing the large storm system now. And what I want you to focus on, I know there's a lot of squiggly lines. I'm sorry, it's weather data. Focus on these blue lines. That's pretty much the freezing line at night now. And then if you get into these secondary blue lines, it gets colder and colder. And that's what I kind of want you to see, is that as this storm pulls off and pulls down some chilly air for Wednesday, and then we get a little bit of a quick warm up here on Thursday ahead of this next system. But look at behind the next system, already a pool of -3 Celsius to -6 Celsius. Now this is up at about 5,000 feet, and I would say now with the warm lakes it's going to take about -6 to bring snow because the lakes are so warm right now. And we're going into Thursday, the cold front comes through, and we're going into Friday. That is a lake effect pattern, and you're seeing the -6. There's possibility at night of some flakes of snow in there on the west side of the state. Remember, we're going to have to get rid of all of this warm air that's built up in the lower part of the atmosphere. But the point being is, it is going to be cold. Now we get to Saturday morning, and that right there is probably a freeze temperature. Even though there may be a little wind, it's cold enough for a freeze across most of lower Michigan. So it's probably a season ender. Look up here, -12 at 8:50. That is probably a late December, early January brand of cold in many years. And all the data that I show continues to kind of want to funnel that down. Probably a little overdone. You're at -9 at 5,000 feet. That is right there on Sunday. That's lake effect snow. And even with warm temperatures on the water, it probably keeps it rain near the shore, but snow inland. So how quickly things are going to change. Let's just, for fun, will it be a soggy day in Sutton's Bay, Jeff Mull? Yes, it will be a very soggy day, pretty much probably all day. And let's go out to early next week. And again, this is why I say, let's see, hey weatherman, can you put closed captioning on so we can understand you? Please, weatherman, find the nerd to hook up the closed captioning. I have to check on that. I don't know if that's possible on live broadcast, because someone would have to be typing as I'm talking. Maybe the technology is there now. I don't know. I can check into it for you. This is early next week, and just the whole story is a cold air reservoir has built up here, storms up here, funneling it down. And that's why I say it's over. The warm weather is probably over. Will it come back in November? I don't know. The reservoir of cold looks like it really wants to be more winter than fall in November. Hey, Dave Donahue, first time watching. All right, we normally do this about 7:45 to 8 o'clock. Sometimes I'm a slacker. And there it is. Rain coming in, heavy rain. 1 to 2 inches most places, 3 to 5 center part of the state. And then the big change, the big abrupt change. So we'll talk to you tomorrow, and I'll keep you updated on MLive. Make sure you share this with your friends to let them know that we do this. And again, you can always ask the questions at the bottom of the screen. Okay? Take care, everybody. Bye.